When we talk about quality, what are the top three things comes to your mind? What is the message that you can give on this quality? How important quality is in today's competitive world? Hello all, very good morning. Today we have Kishore, Leader India Operations of Lkq India with us to give his views on quality. Hello Kishore, very good morning.
Good morning, Shankaran.
Thank you. Thank you for taking time out and being with us to give your views on quality. We have came up with a set of questions which will give a perspective to Lkq members. Shall we proceed with that?
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and it's my pleasure to give a brief on whatever I have understood quality over the last many years.
Thank you for that. When we talk about quality, what are the top three things comes to your mind?
See, I would say it's simple, right? For a product company, the product must be supplied as a fit for the function.
Yeah.
For a service company like us, typically the customers would have certain expectations. It all goes about how is our performance with respect to expectation and conformance to the requirement. I would keep it very simple.
Right. When we talk about customers are the king. So what is in your take in terms of creating value to the customers?
Wonderful. Good question. See, whatever we do, providing useful products or services that the customers would really consider that it is worthy of their time, effort, money and energy. That's to keep it very simple in terms of what the customer expects about quality.
With respect to this month, we are celebrating Quality Month in the November across the globe, and probably Lkq India members would like to hear from you. What is the message that you can give on this Quality Month?
Okay. See, quality, I would say, must become an integral part of our culture. Over the last 10 to 13 years, we have come a long way in the way we have embedded quality into our daily lives. But that said, there's still a good scope of improvement, a long way to go in terms of quality. I would say the focus for the team must not only be on meeting the customer expectations on a daily basis, but also think about what is that we provide value, or what is that we do on a daily basis to exceed our expectations the customer has from us.
Yes.
That's the focus. This would eventually differentiate us or put us into the right platform and give us more value. And finally, what I would say is I strongly advise, we have lots of learning platforms that have been built. I strongly advise all team members must start leveraging these learning platforms to hone their quality concepts or quality skills.
This current scenario, if you look at across the globe, a lot of disruptions happening and disruptive technologies are coming up. The entire view of quality has changed. So in your opinion, how important quality is in today's competitive world?
See, in today's competitive world, quality, I would say it is a norm. It is a given thing.
Yeah.
Quality is very critical to satisfy customers and also helps in retaining customers.
Okay.
I would say making a product or providing a service per the customer requirement has become a norm in today's life. What differentiates great from good is that what is that extra thing we do? How do we provide service to the customers? How do we present our product? What is our responsiveness to the customer? All these things will create a differentiator for the organizations.
Now, in terms of the quality culture within Lkq India, so how do you see that?
Wonderful, good question. See, for a service-based, India is very different compared to our global operations. Right?
Yes.
Elsewhere across the globe, we have commercial operations, but India is not into commercial operations.
Yes.
We are a service-based organization supporting our global operations.
Correct.
For a service-based organization like us, it is very important for us to have quality imbibed into our culture. We need to constantly focus on doing our job better each day and start thinking about means and ways of creating value to our customers so that they can focus on what is needed for the day, what is critical for them to succeed, and forget about the day-to-day operations, day-to-day thinking. That we should be able to provide them the platform, we should be able to provide them the services so that they can focus on what is critical for the organization's success. And I would say our leaders must constantly take the lead in building this quality culture across the organization.
Yes, that's fantastic. Yeah, being into operation for quite long, there might be a lot of practices we learned and started using. So, in terms of those practices, could you please give some lights on what are the practices do we follow in Lkq India to ensure the quality is maintained or improved?
Okay, wonderful. See, over the years, starting from I would say 2008, we have learned a lot in terms of quality, and we have also changed the way how we have started executing and delivering our requirements to the customers.
Yes.
I would put it into 5 simple steps. The first and the foremost and the most important one is to understand the customer requirement. At the start, when we initiate a project, the customer requirement will not be crystallized. It will be changing over the period, right?
Yes.
So we need to be in constant touch with the customer to understand how the requirement, what the requirement is, and how it changes over the period, and we start executing the project. That's the very, very important step for all leaders. And once we understand the customer requirement, it is very important for us to communicate that within the team, ensuring that all the team members who are involved in the project understand the customer requirement to the fullest.
Yes.
That's the basic thing. The second step I would say is how do we document the process so that it does not become person dependent, it is all process dependent, ensuring crystal clear documentation of the entire process that we start executing for a particular project. That's step number 2. 3, how do we measure our performance? We start executing the project, right? When we start executing, how do you ensure that we are meeting the customer requirements plus we are meeting the business requirements? So defining the metrics in 2 terms. One is operational metrics to ensure that we improve our performance on a daily basis. 2, whether we are meeting the business requirements or not. Many times I've seen that metrics are made just for the sake of presenting something rather than is it really helping the business or the operations. So it's very important for us to have the look at the metrics on a regular basis to ensure that we measure the right things, not many things. What is required for the operations as well as for the business. That's number 3. Number 4 is visual metrics. How do we ensure that transparency is built into the system so that the performance and output is transparent to the customers, to the leaders here, to the team members across.
Okay.
That's very important. That will help us to understand where we are today and how do we improve. And finally, what is our mechanism to constantly think about improving the process? Continual improvement is what matters. How do we ensure that we think that we do a job better each day? What I do tomorrow is much better than what I do today. So that focus has to be there within the team to ensure that we constantly improve our services and continue to provide value to our customers.
That's great actually. It tells the story of evolving the quality and what are the basic steps required in order to ensure quality, and that's great. Thank you very much for being with us, and your views on quality and the perspective which you have given now is great learning for us, and thank you again.
Wonderful, Shankaran. Thank you very much for providing this platform to communicate to the entire team. I would say we as an organization are blessed to have a great team, people who are committed, dedicated, and constantly focusing upon ensuring that we deliver what the customer needs as well as continue to constantly focus on improving our daily deliverables. I would say we are privileged to have such a great team within the organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you.